Okay, let's dive right into this. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're unpacking a really fascinating, honestly kind of chilling concept called legacy logic, the price of free habits. We're going to decode the invisible digital machinery that's basically running our modern lives. And to do that, well, let's just start at the very beginning of your day.
You wake up, and almost inevitably, what's the literal first thing you do? You grab your phone, right? You roll over in the dark, unlock it, the screen lights up the room, you check your notifications, maybe do a quick scroll through some messages or your favorite feeds. It's a totally automatic reflex for almost all of us, a completely mindless morning habit. And in that brief window of time, as you're just wiping the sleep from your eyes, everything feels completely normal. It feels like you're just catching up on the world, easing into your morning routine. But here is where we need to stop. Just pause. Because in that precise moment, while you are still lying in bed, you have already been sold. That comforting, normal feeling, it's masking an invisible flurry of activity. Before your feet have even touched the floor, streams of data are already leaving your device, pinging servers halfway across the world. The transaction of the day has started, and you didn't even realize you were sitting at the negotiating table?
And this brilliantly illustrates the core truth of our digital age. See, for years, we've walked around operating under this massive false assumption. We think we are the users, right? Just mastering these handy little tools in our pockets. But legacy logic reveals a completely different reality. You are not the user. You are the product. It's a total paradigm shift. Your attention, your behavior, your very presence, that is the actual commodity being boxed up, barcoded, and put on the digital shelf. So how exactly are you being packaged up as a product? Well, let's methodically look at the actions they track. It is incredibly comprehensive. Every single click, every single scroll, literally every second you spend online. When you pause on a photo for just a split second longer than usual? Tracked. When you quickly scroll past an article? Tracked. The heat maps of where your eyes might be darting, the exact timing of your keystrokes, the specific moments you choose to engage or disengage. Absolutely nothing done on that glass goes unnoticed by the system. Which brings us to the cold, mechanical reality of the extraction process itself. It operates in 3 distinct, relentless steps. First up, tracked. That's the observation phase we just talked about. Second, stored. All those tiny micro-behaviors are vacuumed up and funneled into massive servers, building a vast historical archive of your digital life. And finally, third, sold. Because that stored data doesn't just sit there gathering dust. No way. It gets bundled, analyzed, and shipped right out. Tracked, stored, sold. It is literally an industrial assembly line, and the raw material is your daily digital footprint. And this whole process, it's not a one-time event that happens just when you sign up for an account. It happens not once, every second. Let that dread kind of sink in for a moment. Every passing second generates new data points. It is continuous, nonstop digital surveillance. There is absolutely no pause button on this extraction process. As long as you are connected, the clock is ticking, and the data is flowing from your hand straight to their servers. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the contrast between the comforting lie we tell ourselves and the ultimate goal of app developers. We really like to think apps exist to serve us, don't we? That they're just there to make our lives easier or entertain us or keep us connected. But the stark reality is that apps exist to understand you. The utility they provide, that's just the bait. The true function of the app is to act like a highly sophisticated sensor, like a two-way mirror observing your reactions, mapping your psychology, and feeding all that understanding right back into the system. And why do they need to understand you so deeply? Well, to build a profile. Look at what these AI systems are compiling. Your habits, your interests, and most importantly, your weaknesses. These systems analyze your patterns to figure out exactly what makes you tick, like what kind of content makes you angry, what triggers you to buy something on impulse, what keeps you scrolling late into the night when you know you should be sleeping. It's an incredibly intimate profile, perfectly designed to map out vulnerabilities that honestly, you might not even consciously recognize in yourself.
And then the commodification phase kicks in. They sell that information. Once that highly detailed, psychologically mapped profile of you is put together, or actually, scratch that, it's continuously updated, it is immediately pushed into the marketplace. Your habits, your desires, your weaknesses, they're auctioned off in fractions of a second to the highest bidder. Advertisers, data brokers, basically any entity looking to influence your purchasing decisions or even your worldview. They are the real customers here.
We are just the inventory being traded. But here is the major plot twist of this entire explainer. You know the truly scary part? You agreed to it. Yeah. This isn't some shadowy hack. It's not illegal data theft carried out by a bunch of cybercriminals. This is a fully consensual, legally binding transaction. Everything we've covered so far, the tracking, the profiling, the selling, it all happens completely out in the open with your explicit permission.
It all comes down to a single, everyday action. This massive revelation is hiding right behind the most mundane phrase on the entire internet: accept terms and conditions. It's that button you probably mash as fast as you can, without reading, without even thinking twice about it. It just feels like an annoying obstacle standing between you and the app you want to use, right? You click accept just to make that giant wall of legal text zoom out and disappear. But that tiny, blind click carries immense legal weight. Because when you tap that button, here is the hidden contract you're actually signing. You gave permission to be tracked, analyzed, and monetized. You actively surrendered your digital privacy. By bypassing that wall of text, you officially authorized the data leaving your phone. You authorized the AI systems to build a psychological profile of your weaknesses. And you completely authorized the merging of your highly personal data with their corporate financial gain. So, the crucial point is, this isn't a bug. It is so easy to read about privacy loss and think, oh, it's just a glitch in the system, tech companies need to fix this. But this data extraction is not an accident. It is the system itself. This is the deliberate foundational architecture of our digital world. The massive digital control grid is working exactly 100% as it was designed to work.
Which brings us directly to the economic engine powering this whole machine: attention currency. Let's define this clearly, because it anchors literally everything we've talked about today. Attention currency is a system where human attention is the most valuable asset, constantly captured, held, and converted into money. Your eyes watching that device, that is the ultimate prize. The longer they hold your gaze, the more data they extract, the more accurate your profile becomes, and the more money changes hands. Your attention is literally being converted into capital in real time.
And that legacy logic leads us to this final, hard-hitting punchline that really summarizes our entire journey today. You don't pay for apps. Apps get paid for you. Just let the full weight of that wash over you for a second. If you aren't handing over a credit card to use an incredibly sophisticated piece of global software, the cost isn't magically zero. The cost is your data, your privacy, and your attention. The app is actively extracting value from your presence inside its ecosystem. Which leaves us with a pretty critical choice about how we navigate our digital lives moving forward. Now that you can clearly see the hidden contract and the machinery tracking every single scroll, what will you do? It might just be time to start observing the systems that are observing you, and finally take back control of your attention currency. Thanks for joining me for this explainer. Until next time, keep questioning the screen in front of you.